Okay. This is Generational Podcast number 16.
Take 3.
Take 3.
Or
My name
actually
is
5.
Owen.
If you count yesterday's.
My name is Owen Brown.
And I'm Stephen Brown.
And we are father and son, and that's why it's the Generational Podcast.
That's right.
So, what do you have for me today?
Well, I'm going to kick it off with the whole LeBron James versus Larry Bird conversation that's been a hot topic for the NBA recently. I don't like to give kudos to the NBA very often, but I do like the greats, and Larry Bird is a great. And this is one of those great debates. What do you think?
Okay, well, I don't really know LeBron James. The only thing I know about him is him being in a Looney Tunes movie, but I do know about Larry Bird.
Why?
And the reason why is because I grew up playing NBA 2K with my dad's roommates and some of my friends. And what would happen is you would play Michael Jordan and I'll play
Bulls.
Larry Bird. And the reason why is because that was the only team, that could beat you. So that's what I always used, and I learned over time that Larry Bird was a really good three-point shooter.
Just a great shooter all around.
Yeah, all around. Layup too.
Passing is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
There's, they were from an era where you stayed with the team that drafted you. And, Larry Bird stayed with the Celtics, and Michael Jordan stayed with the Bulls, and then everybody came to play.
Right. They were their star players.
That's right. You had your centerpiece, and then everybody came around those star players.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like that anymore. Everybody wants to run and join up on teams and then become dominant for so many chances.
It's less about which state you're going to represent and more about
yourself,
where you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
So.
C'est la vie. To each their own, I guess,
Right.
Such is life.
And you told me last time that we talked that you wanted a movie out of the Larry Bird franchise.
Yeah, I think that he deserves a really good movie, biography movie about himself, if he wants to do that. I think there was one back in the day, but it really doesn't do him justice. From the stories that we hear now from NBA players. I think it would be very interesting. It's a movie that I would watch.
Okay.
Would you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely watch. And recently there was a remake of White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, I don't think that was the greatest thing because it's really hard to beat, Woody Allen or Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson
and Wesley Snipes, right?
I think so.
So I think, you shouldn't have done that one. I think that was a bad move. I think it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. You're calling it.
I don't even want to watch it. It seemed corny. Right? Like, the original was cool. I don't need to watch, some remake that...
Well, talking about remakes, what do you think about all the remakes that Disney's making? Like The Little Mermaid or Cinderella.
Taking characters and changing them to fit an ethnic group is it's to me it's the same thing as fake. You're just being fake. You're not letting make original characters. They did it for Mulan. They did it for what's the one with the bushy hair that's the Hawaiian thing? Lilo and Stitch in...
Wait, did it Lilo and Stitch?
Wasn't Lilo and Stitch Hawaiian?
Yeah, that's Hawaiian with
so why don't they just stick with that? Instead they're trying to change up all these original stories. Gingers are a rarity in the first place. First of all. They're more rare than anybody else in the world. And then you just take that from them? Come on. It's ridiculous. Get off the bandwagon of the next, social justice warrior bandwagon. It's ridiculous. You got all these companies doing it. It's dumb. Get off of it. If you want to change your brand, if you want to change your name, don't use gender as an excuse. Just change it. Make something fresh and new because you can. Not because you have some social region to do so. Do it because you want to make it fresh and new.
Right. You don't need to change something that is old to make something that is new. You just have to make what's new, and then people follow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be like, oh, it's for social justice. It's for da-da-da. Listen, get over yourself. All right, we've beaten that horse to death. It's bones. It's almost to ash. We've beaten it and burned it. Let's even it out now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to even keel. Back to what, let's stop representing the 0.5% and start representing the 95 or not, the 99.5% of the rest of America that are hardworking people of all ethnic backgrounds and sexual preferences, and I bet they like different kinds of ice cream too. I bet they like chocolate, vanilla, and some people like strawberry. Oh my. Oh my.
So, a recent problem that has happened to us is our iPhones don't record as much. So we buy into the iCloud.
Right. And then our storage is full on our phones. Like, it's ridiculous. Elon, we've talked about this. Owen and I have talked about this so far. Five different podcasts that haven't been posted yet. Please come up with a Tesla phone that has unlimited space, along with Tesla pads.
Mm-hmm.
I would like 3 Tesla phones, 3 Tesla pads hooked up to Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to catastrophe areas, and my wife is in the same field that I am, and my son wants to do it too.
Right.
So, come on, man, that's what we need. That way we can also post our videos faster, and we don't have people slowing us down or shadow bans or whatever.
Right.
The conspiracy tinfoil hat is that we've got going on in my brain. Look what they're not letting us post again.
Now, I made this mistake before of not starting a video, so I just want to just double check.
We got to check periodically now.
Because
we don't have a sound person back here. We don't have a Jamie. We don't have a Jamie that's back there. We could do Madison, but Madison's working.
Yeah.
So she's working on other stuff. So,
So just right now, I had a insecurity, and recently, well, today actually, I've been battling a problem where I'm insecure about myself.
What are you insecure about yourself about?
Well, so this morning I was going about a dress code, right, and looking at it and thinking that I didn't fit the dress code. But in actuality, I walked around school, people said nice shirt, and even the teachers said, well, nice outfit. And that's not what the little
guy in your
the
head.
Little guy in my head was speaking about.
Yeah, so you had an insecurity and you had to get over it, huh?
Right, and I took a second and talked to you, and you told me to
get out of the truck. I was like, dude, you're fine. You regroup about everything that you already know. You know you're okay. Check your email. And, have self-confidence in what you know about yourself, because that is the killer. It's inside me too. It's that anxiety in my head that's telling me that I can't do something because of something. And that's just yourself stopping you. Your brain stopping you. For me, I do things like, I had anxiety about jumping up in front of people and doing my comedy, right?
Right.
And I jumped up in front of a crowd that is not my crowd and did my comedy.
And did you still get laughs?
I still got laughs.
Yes!
So, it was definitely not my crowd. And I mean, I'm definitely the middle class crowd. Because that's where I came from. I came from the poor middle class crowd.
Right.
And these guys weren't my crowd. These are more of the, like, everybody wants to be offended type people. I was kidding. I mean, some of these guys were like, they're just looking for a reason to be angry at somebody. And I just can't hang with people that are just looking for reasons to be angry. You're there to get people to laugh, not be an asshole to get people angry at you. It's not. I don't live life like that. So I just can't relate. Like, if you want me to go up on a stage and you want me to talk my talk and talk about what I know and throw my jokes up, then I can do it. But I'm not gonna sit there and like take some abuse from some, somebody that blames life on the next person sitting next to him or their neighbor across the street. I've never been about that. Anybody that knows me probably hates me because of this fact, but I've been spit on, put down, kicked out, thrown around and told that I wouldn't make anything. I was told I wouldn't even become a fighter when I left the military. They were like, you won't become a fighter. I became a fighter, right? So it's like I've spent a career of just not listening to the naysayers, and then when people run into me, they think that I'm Mr. Perfect and that I've never done anything wrong, and I'm sure you get it too.
Because I do get it too.
I mean, because of the way that I walk around, because I walk around with my chin up and my chest out, and I walk around with pride because, I know that every day that I get up, I'm trying to do the best that I can, for the people in my life. So I try to do that and live by that, but at the same time, I am always making mistakes, and I'm a freaking idiot. I'm so stupid, right? I make dumb mistakes all the time, and people shouldn't think that we're perfect, and I think people hate us. I know people hate me because they think that I'm perfect. They're like, oh, you're Mr. Perfect, and you think this way, or you think that way. It's like, no, I don't, and I don't think I'm perfect. I thank you for you thinking that I'm perfect,
right?
But bless your heart for thinking that I don't have trials and tribulations and things don't like do. I have such like the little man in your head. I know because I have that same insecurity, and we have to learn to get over it.
Right, we all have to learn to get over it, and that's just life teaching us a lesson. So, recently, we've been looking for a truck, a new one at least. And
well, I need something with cruise control, and the Colorado's got 71,000 miles on it, and I want to get. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't even. Now I'm doing the stuff you were doing before. See, now I'm making your mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. So.
No sorries, just thank yous.
Just thank you. Thank you for understanding. So we're looking at them, and you've been jockeying about a certain car the whole time.
Right, and it's the same car that insurgencies use all around the world. It's the same cars that cartels use, and the brand is just Toyota. It's just built strong.
They last, huh?
They'll last. You can put a rocket in the back, and it'll still be able to shoot the rocket, and the truck's gonna still be there.
Toyota, you hear this kid? He's really pushing sales for you. But I'm looking at Ram, Toyota, and Jeep. Ford. I've had 2 Fords. The second one is still in the driveway, and it's not going to go 10 feet.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we can sit in it and turn on the radio, and it'd be nice to maybe the air conditioner works. But as far as that goes, and then. Sam Galloway said that they were going to call us back.
Did they ever call you back?
No. So, I mean, they didn't tell me that, but they told Madison that. And she was like, she called and was like, we had a certified pre-owned car, and we were told that, blah, 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 that you have lifetime engine warranty when we sold the car.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the sales guy said, which is a good sales tactic, which is a bold-faced lie. Well, I believed it. I believed it too.
Lifetime. Lifetime.
Yeah, as long as you have it serviced up, it's lifetime warranty. It'll run no matter what, buddy. I'm telling you what. Boy, you can sell salt to a fucking slug, man. Well, I'll tell you what. I was the dunce with the damn. Oh, really? Yeah, it's great. Let's do it. Fucking retarded. Then I'm telling you what, fooling their money, and that happens quite a bit. That you get taken advantage of when you think that. I should have said, "Show me in writing."
Well,
show me in writing, there, pal.
Talking about taken advantage of, I think that the land in our country is taken advantage of by people in foreign countries, and I think that we should follow Japanese rules when it comes to owning land. Which is, you need to go through an American citizen, or, well, in Japan, it's a Japanese citizen. You have to go through a Japanese citizen if you're foreign to actually own something in Japan.
And then you can't own the percentage, the higher percentage of it, the controlling percentage.
Right, and the controlling percentage always goes to the citizen because the citizen has better interests for their country than you do. Yep. And we should have it the same way, but be able to make the transition very, very quick and rapid, and without having a lot of intermittent, like, how do you say it, problems.
I think that a lot of people are harping on Bill Gates about buying all this farmland up, and I think he's just buying it up because he doesn't want China to buy it up. I think that if China buys it all up, that they'll control our food source and their food source. But if he buys it all up, he can have the investing amount for the country if he so chooses to do so. Mm-hmm. And if he decides to be the mad scientist and Monsanto everything and genetic clone, and then obviously it's not going to be a good thing. No. But if he goes the opposite way and he does all this stuff with your hydroponic stuff, and maybe he teams up with Elon.
Wait a minute. We're going a little bit ahead here. So, hydroponics for people that don't know.
Yeah.
What hydroponics is. Hydroponics is pretty much an indoor warehouse where you grow food.
Yeah.
And what happens is you have towers of food, so you can grow tomatoes on one level, corn on another, and then you can grow onions on the third.
All right. Yeah.
And what it does is for per acre, you can grow 3 times as much because you're able to stack your food together. You can also put it underground, which also saves more space.
And doesn't it keep a cooler temperature too?
You can control the temperature, so it doesn't matter.
It's a little bit different in Florida though. You can't do underground because everything floods.
Right, but here you can definitely put it overground.
Yeah, and you can do layers.
So what hydroponics does is it allows people that live in savannas, and it allows the use of farmland to dwindle. Well, not use of farmland to dwindle. You use less land to make as much food.
Okay, so you don't have to use as much land.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you have your production is higher per acre.
Right. And you can put it anywhere.
That's pretty cool.
So, the reason why you brought up Elon Musk is because I brought up the fact that Elon Musk is working with his brother, and his brother is creating hydroponic rooms.
Which I think is an amazing thing. And Elon Musk is like a national treasure, and we need to kind of protect him. But he also needs to come up with Tesla phones with Tesla pads to hook up to the Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
Because Apple is not really good with their storage. I mean, I pay for storage every month, and my storage is all up on my phone, and I can't take pictures or do anything now. Mm-hmm. But why do I pay for cloud storage? And then I delete the storage, and it's still there. It's like, if I deleted it and it's permanently deleted from the phone and it's already in the cloud, then why can't I still use my phone for videos? It's kind of ridiculous.
And then when the phone gets older,
I'm getting scammed.
When the phone gets older, they're intentionally making it slow, and it's already been a proven fact that they do intentionally make the phone go slower, so you buy the next version.
How about you give me a free phone for this business? This is a scam. It's not fair. It's not right. Apple, now you're about out. Tesla's about in. I'm not joking, man.
Tesla's in.
I'm about as soon as Elon comes up with that product, man, I'm jumping ship. You guys have taken me to the bank every month so far with this cloud storage, 2 terabyte stuff, and then I can't even make videos on my phone. It's ridiculous. Grow up, dude. Stop being. I hope somebody comes in and pushes you guys out. Samsung, somebody, because it's like you could fix it. They could fix it, and they can make it all better if they wanted to. But they don't, because they're worried about greedy and money. Besides, man, we'll give those Chinese. Are they Chinese? Are the Chinese factory workers making Apple?
No.
The slave labor, or is that Thailand?
I think that's Thailand. Or
I'll give those slave labor kids a break.
Well, hey, talking about China, and Elon Musk.
Speaking of it,
Starlink is pretty much a universal internet, right? Where you can pretty much have internet in any country.
No, I don't have it. Elon.
If
it's your expensive ass. Come on, man.
Yeah, if you have the satellite yourself. So what I was going to talk about was how people in China, right, they aren't able to use Google, they don't have YouTube, they don't have Facebook, they don't have Instagram, Snapchat.
Basically, he's not controlled. So that's what you're saying, huh?
So basically, yeah, he allows citizens to not be controlled by the government anymore, especially when it comes to the internet.
He's not making friends in China.
And he's not making friends in China. No, he is.
But he is making good friends, though, in China, because he's giving them free speech. He seems like a world free speech guy, which is amazing.
Yeah, so you can get free speech anywhere if you have enough money.
I like him. I like him.
So, he's like the universal right to internet. So it's very interesting.
You know what I've been watching? I've been watching like this golf stuff that they've got going on. This live or whatever it's called. But I saw like
Live golf
or live golf or something where there was a hole in one. Like everybody's out there drinking beer and partying.
What?
Like Bert Kreischer was out there. Like, and I heard Bert likes golf, and I was like, dude, you like golf, and I like golf, and he likes to party. I like to party, and his wife's a hillbilly, and my wife's a hillbilly. We could be best friends. Like, he has stories about when he was like in Europe. I have stories about all over Japan. Like, I could, I'm telling you, like, we could be buddies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be
You just
cool.
gotta get your comedy up.
I gotta get my wallet up. I gotta get up to that level, bro.
You gotta get your wallet.
You
stats.
gotta get. I don't think I'll ever get to Bert Kreischer I would love to get at Bert's.
Oh,
Bert's
you
level.
better get there.
That would be so awesome. You have your own bus, dude. You pull up on your bus.
We're not going to Canada though. We're never going to Canada.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that one. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a funny story.
Hearing Bert's stories, they're great. And then he has we've had our comedy points between us and our relationship and things you've done to me. We've got some good stories. But yeah, I think it would be cool to play golf with him at least.
The restaurant incident.
Yeah. What else do we have here, man? We've got all kinds of things going down.
All kinds of stuff.
We've got, what else did we were going to talk about? We talked about the Larry Bird movie. We talked about Toyota. We talked about,
Elon.
What are your top 3 YouTubers? That was it.
Oh, my top 3 YouTubers. Okay. My top one is Quackbang. And
the angry electrician?
No, fat
electrician, that's right.
And my favorite video so far is his most recent one, which is about Henry Cassius Clay.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome video.
And it talks about how he shaped American history, and you need to go watch that video.
Oh, it was amazing.
Now.
Yeah, I like watching his educational videos, yeah.
Yeah, and I believe that the fat electrician, Quackbang, is one of the best entertainment you have on YouTube now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
well, I don't know. You have the Darwin Awards. You have the Darwin Awards.
Okay, that's my second favorite YouTuber, which is Brandon Herrera. And
I think I know that guy from somewhere. Probably being on the Kitty or something or Palmer.
Who knows?
Palmer, Texas.
Okay, so I like Brandon Herrera because of the Darwin Awards, and we get to see all the mistakes that people make without proper gun safety, and it makes me chuckle so much every episode. It just shows me how stupid I can be.
You can be?
Yeah, how I can be in the world and everybody else can be. But
it makes us look human. Like, it doesn't make me think I would do that because I wouldn't do that.
No, I would never do those things.
Because I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. No, my daddy taught me better than that. I was taught firearm safety really, really well, and I almost got shot.
Whew.
Yeah, I almost got shot.
I still remember when when Andy shot himself in the foot with the salt gun.
With the what?
With the salt gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The bug assault.
With the bug assault.
He did that on purpose too, just to see if it hurt. Of course it's gonna hurt, man. I don't know what you're thinking. It says on there, don't shoot yourself. And, if you ever been hit with rock salt, it's kind of be the same thing. Rock salt will actually pierce and hurt you a little bit more.
Okay, so my third favorite YouTuber is... Okay, it's a fight between Angry Cops and Donut Cop. And both of them have caught videos, and I just like seeing bad guys get caught sometimes. And I like seeing the situations where they're sometimes funny and sometimes stupid, but it shows all the controversy around the cop world and the military world, and I get to see both sides of the coin because our news today is very focused on social justice.
Yeah, it's if you look at history, you see blueprints about social justice and the kind of things that are done. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but all this stuff can be seen all you have to do to look at the current things that are going on in the environment is look to the past.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see kind of motives. And you can also look just to the past in the world events recently to other countries. So there's a lot of stuff. It's just if you want to get into it, like I mean, if you really want to waste your time doing it, because like for me, I have to get away from all that so I can spend time creating. And I think you realize that now is that I really am focused on creating.
Right, you are.
And I want to be able to move and have the tools within our bounds to create things. And we've talked about that, and that's where I'm at. That's where my head's at. So I've gotten away from the whole like part of it, but you know.
Well, talking about learning from history, I'm just gonna add a little bit to it. The book that showed me how people thought back then about certain demographics and how it was a social class kind of fight in our world
it's always been kind of a social class.
Machiavelli's Prince. You know the Prince.
Oh yeah, the faked his death.
No.
Machiavelli.
Yeah, I have no idea, but
killed all his enemies. He's a badass.
He actually wrote the book for a prince, and it talked about what you're supposed to do to control lower classes in society, and how you're supposed to use disease, and how everything in democracy, everything that you can take fame for, that you did something good, take it, because it's gonna be a benefit to your next next point. But if something bad happens and you do something wrong, cover it up. No one's gonna know, and then that's how it works.
You're at a place where you can do things like that, a place of power.
And it just talks about it and just fully puts it in writing, and it just showed me how the world worked back then and how it works now, and you can see some similarities.
Well, here's what it is: the ignorant and uneducated are easy to control. They're easy to make angry.
Right.
They're easy to make sad. You know, so if you can make somebody angry and sad on knee-jerk reactions, you're easy to control. You're easy to control.
You can make their wallets just dwindle.
Easy to control. And I mean, I get angry. You get angry, but we have ability to kind of check ourselves when we do. We try to, right?
Right. We don't do those things because we like to be helpful people.
Yes.
We like seeing other people prosper with us.
Yeah.
And you don't see a lot of that sometimes.
No, it's a rarity. You know, we need to make sure that we protect those that we do find like that. But with that being said, I'm done, man. Are you?
Yeah, I think that was a good episode 16.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little better.
Is it take 6 or 5?
Take 5 or 6 or
take
something.
5 or 6. And we hope to see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.